Welcome to another edition of the Postgame Wrap. I'm Jarret Johnson, and Texas Tech moved to 9-3 overall and 2-2 in Big 12 play with an 82-71 victory over Kansas State Tuesday night at the USA in Lubbock. You know, it wasn't always pretty, and I know that's a cliche used a lot, but it really wasn't. I mean, there's a lot of things that didn't go right for Texas Tech. You know, my three keys in a story on Inside the Red Raiders previewing the game, two of those were, one was start strong, start fast, and then the third one was actually, put Kansas State away. You know, Texas Tech did not start strong. They were trailing for a lot of the beginning of the first half. They ended up having a lead, building a lead by halftime. Terrence Shannon, who was spectacular Tuesday night, hit a shot at the buzzer, the halftime buzzer, to give the Red Raiders about a 5-point lead going to the break. And it was kind of back and forth, but Texas Tech did pulling away a little bit. They won by double digits, but certainly not an impressive performance. Though I will say there were some impressive things. I mentioned Terrence Shannon. He finished with season high 22 points. He made 11 of 12 free throws. That's very impressive. That's leadership for a team that had struggled for the most part, even in the loss against Oklahoma State, at the free throw line. He coupled that with 6 rebounds. Mac McClung had a very solid night. He did not have to dominate the ball. He only took 11 shots, knocked down 6 of them, including 2 of Texas Tech's 4 3-pointers. He finished with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. A very good game from Mac McClung tonight. There are a couple other guys who I thought played really well. Santos Silva, offensively at least, had a productive night. 14 points, only 2 rebounds, though, and 2 assists. You know, he's got to do better on the boards, and that hurt Texas Tech some. So I'm really looking for Marcus Santos Silva to be more productive as a rebounder. And then Kyler Edwards and Micah Peavy, both of them started. Neither one of them started the last game. Certainly not the last game. I don't think Edwards started the last couple games. But Burton was on the bench, and Terrence Shannon actually was benched for this game, though he did play heavy minutes. Peavy, but at first it didn't seem like it worked because Texas Tech didn't get off to such a great start. But both Peavy and Edwards scored 9 points, and they needed those points, obviously. So the Red Raiders, they were able to win by double digits. It wasn't impressive, but calling it like I see it, and I like to do that. Texas Tech, coming into this game, had only won 1 of its last 7 Big 12 contests. So I don't know if we're really in a position to kind of put our nose up in the air at 11-point win over Kansas State. Now, the Wildcats, actually, they're really young, and that's something they said over and over again on the telecast. But they do have some impressive guys. They play a lot of freshmen. I really like McGurl, his all-around floor game. He had double digits. He didn't shoot particularly well, but he had 8 rebounds and 5 assists to go with, 10 points. I really like him as a player. They had some other guys who are, good shooters. And that kind of gets me to my next point, is that here's the troubling thing for me about Texas Tech. They gave up 71 points to Kansas State, and that's the season high in regulation. Now, Oklahoma State had the previous high in regulation, just the game before, at 68 points, though they would end up with 82 in overtime. So that's back-to-back. Now, they're both Big 12 teams, so I get that. But back-to-back, Texas Tech has given up the 2 highest amounts that it has in regulation this season. So that's a little troubling. And, the bottom line is Kansas State got a lot of layups, dunks, and wide-open threes, and that's just not going to work moving forward. But I'm not going to just totally hate on this win. The Red Raiders, did, like I said, some very good things. It was really nice to see. At times, Shannon just dominated the game, just took over the game. That tomahawk jam was fun. Tech's defense did, in times, kind of dominate play. There was a couple of scoring droughts for Kansas State, thankfully, that the Red Raiders took advantage of. And Texas Tech shot over 80%. I want to get the exact number because, man, you got to give credit where credit is due. The Red Raiders made 30 of 36 free throws tonight. So just getting to the line that much showed that they were aggressive, but then converting at the free throw line for 83.3% is very impressive. And that's a big reason why they won the game. So McClung was efficient. Shannon was dominant. They got some help, scoring help from Santos Silva, Peavy, Edwards. And then I think they made enough stops, even though it wasn't a very good defensive overall game. They made enough stops to get the double-digit win against a Big 12 foe. So Red Raider fans will take it, right? So up next for Texas Tech, Iowa State in Ames, 3 p.m. Saturday. So it's another opportunity for Texas Tech here. They can get above 500. Now that they're 2-2 in Big 12 play, if they really want to make a run, get in this fight, as Coach Beard likes to say, they need to win this game despite it being on the road. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.